Welcome to Chubbyray Comics Live. Chubbyray Comics Live. Love it. I love it. We are here on a Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, ready to have some fun, ready to talk comics. I'm ready every single day. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to talk comics. That is what I love. Today, I'm ready to talk to you about we have many subjects, but I'm ready to talk to you about, in particular, who deserves to be the next absolute character to get their own book. We'll talk about that. And we got to do giveaways. This Saturday, I'm giving away, this is the book donated by Thunder, Avengers by Jeff Johns and Oliver Coipel. It's great. Also, Chuck Austin has some books in there. But it is fantastic. It's just fantastic. And we're giving it away Saturday night. I'm going to get more people. I will get more people signed up today. I'm trying to get my tickets. Getting my tickets ready to be filling them out. I'm going to get my tickets ready to fill out. All right? Love it. Very, very, very excited. Very excited about this giveaway. So I will get more people installed. I'm putting a couple people in the hopper. A couple new members go in the hopper. The way to get in the hopper is you've got to be a member of Chubbyray Comics YouTube page. If you are a member, you automatically get put in this hopper. I also grabbed some random people from the Chubbyray Comics Patreon that will go in. All right? And I will also grab some randoms from the chat room. So we're going to get everybody in registered. Friday night show, I will be reading every single name in the Rice Krispies Cup of Death. I will read every single person that's got an entry. And then Saturday, I will draw a name, throw it in the trash. Like I'll go, for example, I'll say Jay Coopsey, throw him in the trash. I'll say Abner, trash. Sooty Mike, trash. Gallandowski, trash. Lloyd Wagstaff, trash. Pastafarian, trash. DC Crane, trash. Chance, trash. So I throw them all in the trash until there's one left. And when there's one left, that's who the winner will be. So we're doing an elimination drawing Saturday night. Oh man, I love the elimination drawings. But we're gonna start. I'm gonna draw from the hopper here in just a couple of minutes to start getting people signed up. Because that's how Chance goes, wow, I even got pre-trashed. I even got pre-trashed. There you go, buddy. Yep. Hey, Ray and Trash Can Fan, I'm back. Frederico's back. Frederico got put in the trash, or got put in the bowl yesterday. Frederico, you're already in the cup, buddy. You are in the cup. Is it Ray's favorite thing, throwing us in the trash? Gary D says, yes, it is. How dare you? No, you know it pains me. It pains me when I have to throw you guys in the trash. It really does. It causes me great pain to go through all you great people and put you all in the trash. Oh, it hurts. It hurts me. It does hurt me to throw you guys in the trash. And no, I am not lying. I am not lying. It hurts to throw you guys in the trash. Yep. Thunder, you're gonna miss being thrown in the trash. You'll miss this giveaway because you're not gonna get thrown in the trash. I've got the tickets ready for today. So how many people are gonna get signed up? Love it. All right, this is my second comic show of the day. Elvin says, he said that with a smile on his face and eyes spark. My eyes were not sparkling. My eyes were not sparkling. I am not a fibber. How dare you? Oh. Thor says, Chubbyray, I just bought all 3 Messiah Complex books. It's awesome, brother. Love it. We see that smile, Ray. Well, it pains me. It pains me to throw you guys in the trash. It really does. It's very hurtful for me to do that. I hate myself. But it's something I have to do. It's something I have to do. It's something I have to do in order to forward the show. Ray, you always have a smile on your face when you toss the name in the trash. That is wrong. That is wrong. It is incorrect. All right, let me start the show by getting some members. Let's get some Chubbyray Comics YouTube members, all right? You guys are going first, okay? Here are, these are people that are going in, all right? Oh, crap, I just dropped a bunch. Crap. Hold on, guys. All right. All right, here we go. The phenomenal AC. Look at, he's not even in here. He's not even in here, and he's getting put in the cup. Way to go, AC. All right. Next one is Maxwell Boland. Maxwell Boland, you get put in the cup, brother. Congratulations, Maxwell. Here we go. Comics and tortillas. I love comics and I love tortillas. Comics and tortillas. One of my favorite comic creators. He gets put in the Rice Krispies cup. Way to go, C&T. All right. Rex Brooks, is it? Rex Brooks. All right. Oh, this is funny. Thunder, you get put in. Thunder, can you believe I'm drawing you? It's your book to give away, and I just drew Thunder again. Thunder, who do you want going in? Who do you want going in, Thunder? Thunder, you pick who you want going in. How about, what are the odds that I pick Thunder? I think it's the second time it's happened too. Didn't I get Thunder? No, Thunder got picked in a You want Tuesday going in? All right, I'll put Tuesday in. Let's put Tuesday in, and I'll pick one more. Oh, Piano Wizardry. What are the odds? What are the Piano Wizardry? Congratulations. All right, let me fill out. Tuesday going in for Thunder. PW's in. AC is in. Maxwell Boland. Maxwell Boland, you're in, brother. Congratulations. Comics and Tortillas. And Rex Brooks. I still got tickets. I still got some tickets left. So hold on. Let me draw to where I have used all the tickets. These are people that are getting entered into the Rice Krispies Cup of Death. You people are all eligible. You people are all eligible to win Avengers by Johns and Coit Bell. Jacob Olinger. All right, Jacob. Jacob, you're in, buddy. Let's see who else is going in. Noah G. Noah G. Congrats, buddy. Noah G gets in. I have one more. I have space for one more person. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? It is Pastafarian. Pastafarian. All right, there we go. That's who gets in first round today. I will do Patreon randos, and I will do rando from the chat room. All right? That's coming up. That is all coming up. Elvin says, hiding. I'm not sure what jewels are. I don't know what jewels are, but that's awesome. It says, treat, hiding. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what jewels are, but thank you. Thank you, Elvin. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really need to learn this stuff. I need to learn this stuff. Yeah. Elvin, let's keep my fingers crossed for you. Keep my fingers crossed. You're going to get in, buddy. I've got people. I'll be putting people in today, tomorrow, and early Friday. Then I'm reading all the names Friday, and then Saturday we do the giveaway. Kenneth says, hi to everyone in here tonight. From Virginia. Kenneth, welcome, man. Welcome. Are you new? I think it's awesome. Dice says, Ray, you're putting so many people in the drawing, you're going to need a second trash can. I love it. Oh, I just love it. Yep. By the way, I just changed my liner in my trash can. So my trash can has got plenty of room in it. Plenty of room. Plenty of room for throwing these names in the trash, which I hate. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of throwing viewers' names in the trash. But I really want to have a big group of people. And look, we're filling it up. We're filling it up, man. We are starting to fill it up, so that's wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. Kenneth says, I am new to your organization. I like you and always support your comic books and everything else. I'd like to be put into the bowl if you don't mind. Kenneth, because you asked, I'm going to put you in the bowl. Now, Kenneth, are you going to come back? Will you come back and watch more? You say you're always in. I will hold you to it. I will hold you to it. Um, I'll put you in, Kenneth. Why not? You seem like a good guy. Did somebody fall out of the cup? Did somebody fall out? Um, no, I'm not seeing it. There's none on the floor. Xbox, I don't see it. There's none on the floor. None on the floor. I don't think I dropped any. Oh, wait, oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Yep, I did. I dropped one. Absolutely. Xbox, you're absolutely correct, my man. Xbox. Oh, this is. All right, here we go. This is this one. Xbox, you always have a better eye than me. Kenneth, we're putting you in. Kenneth Bird, you're getting in because you were nice and you asked. And all right. I hope you don't end in. I hope you don't end in the trash, because I hate throwing people in the trash. I hope you end up winning. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? If I'm doing it Saturday and you go, holy crap, that's the guy who was a brand new viewer, and Ray put him in the bowl and he just won. I'll be damned. Xbox Omnibo, what's up, Omnibo? G'day, bud. Omnibo says, has Xbox ever been wrong? I don't think he is. Xbox is always correct. I love it. Just trying to help the fam, Ray. You got it, Xbox. No, I don't ignore Omnibo. I love Omnibo. Omnibo is one of my favorite people. Ray has become just like my real life partner. Ignored. No. I'm sorry I was ignoring you, buddy. Oh, acknowledge me like Roman Reigns. Omnibo, I'm just seeing the stuff now. I'm just seeing it now. No, I love Omnibo, you guys. You know, a lot of comic book creators recently separated from, I mean, a lot of them are coming back now, but I don't talk about that stuff. But Omnibo never gave up on me. Omnibo sent me a thing going, I know this is BS from the start. So Omnibo has always been great. I love Omnibo. He's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Elvin says, I like it here. I don't ever want to leave. Elvin, that makes me happy. Thanks, partner. I appreciate it. We're more of a family type than a crime. We're more of a family type crime syndicate than an organization, but we'll take the compliment. Oh my God. That is great. Epic collections. I wish they made Inhumans. Yes. Nova. Yes. Captain Marvel. Yes. Warlock. Let me throw a couple more. Thor. Let me throw a couple more on your list. Darkhawk, and the Champions. I want a Darkhawk's Epic Collection and I want a Champions Epic Collection. And I want Marvel to make some of those. Give us some. We don't play about Ray. We will go to bat for you. Thanks, Elvin. You guys are great. And Omnibo has good taste like the rest of us. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. No, I feel very supported by my community. You guys are great. When does the onion... There's no Onion Lad. Oh, no Onion Lad releasing. All right. Let me get to the question. Let me get to the question today. Which is, who gets the next absolute comic? Now, I know existing books like Absolute Batman, they've started creating some Absolute Robins, and they've started creating an Absolute Batgirl. I know that that's going to, but I'm talking about who will be the next fresh Absolute. The latest Absolute was The latest Absolute's Absolute Green Arrow, right? That's the last one. So what is who's the next Absolute character? I would love I would love to see your thoughts on that. I see Absolute Mr. Terrific, Russell says. Oh, that would be great. Absolute Zatanna would be interesting. Absolute Firestorm. Thunderflash says, I feel like it might be Absolute Supergirl. Absolute Aquaman seems like a nice step. I would like to see Absolute Aquaman. That could be interesting. That could really be interesting. What's up, Shazbear? How you doing, brother? We need omnibuses of Civil War, Fear Itself, Dark Avengers, Siege, Exiles, X-Men, Slingers, Deep Cut, and I'll be. You got it, Omnibo. I agree. I agree with all those. By the way, they did give us. They gave us. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you guys a book. I'm gonna show you the book of Siege. They did a deluxe edition of Siege. Let me see where that is in my collection. Where is that book? Here it is. Here it is. Look at this. Here is the deluxe edition of Siege. Now look at this. This looks like an omnibus, right? This looks like an omnibus. It's Siege, but it is the deluxe edition of it. It's not an omnibus. Look, there's no omnibus. But this is great. It's great, but it's still, this copy's still sealed. Still sealed. Hard to find book. But this is the entire Siege run. Collecting Siege, The Cabal, Siege Prologue, Siege, the series, New Avengers 61 through 64, New Avengers Finale, Dark Avengers 13 through 16, and material from Siege 1 Director's Cut. All this compiled. They could have turned this into an omnibus easily, and they didn't. They could have, and Marvel didn't. But this, it looks like an omnibus. It's a great book. It's a great book. Sometimes I don't understand Marvel. I don't get them. Yeah. Omnibuses, I've got all the Sieges and hardcovers. Yes, let's add some more and turn it into an omnibus. I even like the cover. The cover's great. Turn it into an omnibus. Give it to us. New Avengers Volume 1 is hard to find for a reasonable... Yeah, New Avengers Volume 1 by Brian Michael Bendis should be an evergreen book. That should always be available. Still missing Siege, Avengers, The Initiative, Battlefield Embedded, Mighty Avengers, Thor, Thunderbolts, and X-Men. Absolutely. They should put it in one big book and make a Siege omnibus. Absolutely, Omnibo. You're absolutely correct. All right, next Tuesday says, I think Absolute Detective Chimp would be really cool, and you could make a dark, twisted, Absolute Universe story for that character. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Shazbear says, is it just me, or does DC do a better job at keeping older stories in print compared to Marvel? Yes, they do. Because DC owns warehouses. DC owns warehouses so they can hang on to books. Marvel doesn't own... Marvel got rid of all their warehouses. Marvel used to own warehouses back when Disney had... when Disney had a music, when they had CDs and stuff. And when they first bought Marvel, they had warehouses. But they got rid of them because they stopped making music on CDs and things like that. So they got rid of the warehouses. So they don't have anywhere to put their stuff. DC has, when DC had Warner Brothers Music and they had Warner Brothers DVDs and stuff like that. They have warehouses. They still have them. So they have a place to put their DC Comics books and their omnibuses. That's why they have such bigger print runs. And that's why they never sell out. They never sell out. And they can order, a reprint. They get the books, because they print in Canada, it's quicker to get here. And the books get here, they just throw them in the warehouse until somebody needs them. You know? I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I wish that Marvel did it as well. I think it's great. Absolute Kite Man, how dare you? We don't need Absolute Kite Man. Ray, sell me that Siege. No, I love this. I haven't even unsealed it yet. I've still got the seal. I do have to unseal it. But I've read it in other versions. But I love having this. I love this book. Need all the older Squadron Supreme stories in an omnibus or an epic. They do. There's a lot of books that need to be made in epic. Absolute John Constantine would be interesting. Absolute Zatanna, Absolute Swamp Thing. Well, I mean, a Justice League, an Absolute Justice League Dark. They don't even have an Absolute Justice League, though, so. Why don't they just call it Absolute Dark? That's got a nice vibe to it, right? Brought new Avengers in modern epic life. Yeah, the new Avengers should be evergreen for Marvel Comics. I think that's a huge mistake. Brian Michael Bendis' New Avengers is such a great comic run. It should be available. It should be available for everyone to buy. That should be something for new. If you're a new omnibus collectors, it's one of the first books you should buy. It really is. And I think that Marvel's crazy for not having that available for everybody. That just makes sense. Kenneth says, if you put me in the trash, that's right. I'm always in the trash most of the times, but I still support you and your friends and everybody in here tonight. I always support you. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate it, pal. You're awesome. Tell me what time Saturday. We will start the drawing. This drawing, all right. The show on Saturday starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right. I will start the drawing for the Avengers Omnibus at around 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. 7 p.m. Eastern is when the drawing will begin. Absolute Mitsits Pitlick. Absolutely. That would be awesome to see that. And I hate the Fifth Dimension, but I would love to see what they could do with Fifth Dimension in the Absolute Universe. Absolute Shazam. Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Absolute Starfire or Raven. Absolute Arsenal. Hey all, I bought the Geiger Deluxe hardcover 1. Got it in the mail today. Oh, PW, you're going to love it. You will, if you've never read Geiger, you are going to love it. You will love it. Are we all saying the next Absolute or the next in the Absolute Universe? Well, Absolute Universe. Not Absolute Edition. No, an Absolute. DC's always printing books in Absolute Edition. No, I'm saying the Absolute Universe. Like we've got Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Martian Manhunter, Absolute Flash, Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Green Arrow. Who is the next Absolute Catwoman? Who's the next hero? You know what I mean? Who's the next hero? That's what I wanted to know. Who's the next absolute hero? I really like the suggestions we got so good. Absolute Constantine, Absolute Aquaman, Even Absolute Detective Chimp, I think, would be interesting. Absolute Zatanna, I think if they did an Absolute Dark and they had these heroes somehow together, would be very interesting. I think that could be very, very interesting. Have you read Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers? Yes. Yeah, the hardcovers are really nice. They're awesome. Sleepy says, how we doing, Trash Can Fam? I'm late. Had to pick up a new character to get Absolute. It'd be Shazam. Was Absolute Shazam part of... Wasn't Absolute Shazam part of Absolute Superman? But I don't read singles, so I don't know. But hasn't he been part of a Superman, or am I crazy? Absolute Black Canary. I love Black Canary. Absolute Chubbyray. I wonder if I'm still 600 pounds in the Absolute universe. Absolute Plastic Man. Absolute Robin. Well, we have Absolute Robins, right? But I don't know. I don't know if one of them is going to become an Absolute Nightwing. I don't know. Absolute Suicide Squad. That could be interesting. Absolute Night. There we go. Absolute Nightwing. Jack Whack, welcome, buddy. How about absolute team-ups of Plastic Man and Elongated Man? That would be fun. Absolute Metamorpho. Yeah, that's the question I want to know. Who should be the next Absolute? Is there an Absolute Arsenal, or is Arsenal... Do we know who Green Arrow is yet? Because I know they said Oliver Queen's dead. Is Oliver Queen dead? And is Roy Harper absolute Green Arrow? I don't know. No spoilers, but isn't absolute Green Arrow all about Black Canary? Yeah. Maybe Dinah Lance is absolute Green Arrow. Absolute Reverse Flash. Thunder, I read that. That's hysterical. Gallandowski, I love it. Gallandowski, a member for 7 months. Here's the 7 more, Chubbyray. Thanks, Gallandowski. You're the man. You're the man, Gallandowski. Let's give Gallandowski another entry. I love it. Getting another entry. I love it. You guys re-up memberships. You re-up memberships. Or if you become a member for the first time or you re-up a membership, you're automatically going in the cup. Automatically, guys. Way to go, Gallandowski. I just put you in, buddy. Love it. Love it. Love it. I dropped Absolute Green Arrow after the 2nd issue. Just didn't click for me. Now, that's cool, Shav. At least you gave it a shot, buddy. You gave it a shot. Retro Guy got his Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 DC Finest in the mail earlier. I just got Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2. Love it. I'm such a fan of that. Love to see Absolute Conan. Well, DC doesn't own Conan, so they couldn't do an Absolute Conan. Another entry straight into the trap. Gallandowski, you've won before, right? Didn't you win? You've won. Ray, what do you think of Jimmy Olsen, where he transported to the Absolute Universe and has no idea? What do you think of Jimmy Olsen? Well, I like the Jimmy Olsen that exists in the Absolute Universe. The Absolute Universe Jimmy Olsen is actually very cool. Absolute Chub Man and Puggin. Love it. No, Conan is owned by Titan now. Marvel let the Conan ownership expire and Titan got it, or Titan licensed it. I can't remember what happens. but Titan owns Conan right now, or Conan right now. Finally got around to buying Exquisite Corpses Volume 1. Super excited. You are going, Sleepy, you're going to love it, brother. Exquisite Corpses is so good. Exquisite Corpses is fantastic. When you read Exquisite Corpses Volume 1, you're going to understand why I raved about it and why other people have raved about it. You will definitely understand. You definitely will understand. Los says, I'm a lifer. I left my renewal on. You're the man, Los. By the way, Los. I finally read your offer. That's fine. Los, that's cool. Just send me money for shipping and I'll get this shipped out to you. Messiah Complex. Los wanted to buy Messiah Complex. You got it, buddy. Just send me some shipping along with your offer. I'll take it. I'll take it. You deserve it. You're going to love this omnibus. It is fantastic. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you, you will love it. You will be a big fan of it. A big fan of the Messiah Complex. Stonebot got Conan comics right now, I think. Well, Titan is making. I know Titan's making the Conan books right now. So I think that's who owns the license is Titan. Absolute Warlord. Oh, Absolute Black Adam. Absolute Black Adam would be badass. Sugar, how dare you, Mr. Awesome? Absolute Universe Ray only buys single issues. Absolute Old Gods. The universe tries to introduce the new gods. Darkseid or his legion kill the new gods before they can establish themselves. That's interesting. That's interesting. S Fresh says Exquisite Corpses is amazing. It is amazing. I really like that book. I thought I was crazy because everyone else seemed to love it. So Shaz, you didn't like, but that's cool. It's cool if you don't like it. Absolute Clayface should release around the same time as the movie they're filming. And Absolute Clayface could be like Clayface from Detective Comics by Tynion, where he's trying to be a good guy. You know what I mean? Mr. Negative says, I wait for Tynion books to get deluxes since they always get them. Yeah, when they do a deluxe edition of Exquisite Corpses, I will definitely get them. Oh man. Love it. Yeah, I hope so. Elvin says, you sell Omnis? I'm selling a few Omnis. I sold my Los, you could send it. I have Cash App, Chime, Venmo, you name it. Any of those are fine. Whatever you got. Absolute Dr. Fate. That's a very good suggestion. Absolute, very good. Absolute Aquaman. Yeah, we saw Absolute Aquaman. I'll tell you, I think Absolute Aquaman would be the one I'd want to see. I would like to see what they do with that character. Because I can see if Arthur Curry would have had a different upbringing, If he had a different upbringing, he could be a completely different character. You know? I would like to see that. That would be awesome. What's your best omnibus recommendation for Wolverine? Well, my favorite Wolverine book is, my favorite so far has been Wolverine and the X-Men. I loved Wolverine, but I don't know if that's a Wolverine book or an X-Men book. But Wolverine and the X-Men was fantastic. And Wolverine Goes to Hell was very good. Wolverine, the Sabretooth War. Wolverine, because I really like Ben Percy's run, the Sabretooth War was cool. I'm looking at my different Wolverine books. Wolverine has not had a bad omnibus. Wolverine's only got good omnibus. My favorite just Wolverine is Wolverine Goes to Hell. However, Wolverine and the X-Men was my favorite book starring Wolverine that I read. Do you recap before you read a new trade paperback volume that comes out, or do you remember it well enough to jump right in? I usually try to jump right in, but then as soon as the omnibus comes out, I buy the omnibus and reread everything. You know what I mean? I try, you know what I mean? I do try. Ray, can I get an entry in the Rice Krispie Cup for the membership I gifted yesterday? Oh yeah. I know I put you in. I put you in, Brady, once, but I'll put you in again. Absolutely. You did gift a membership yesterday. You're right. So let's get you put in, brother. Absolutely. I will absolutely get you put in. You deserve it. Brady, you're going in, buddy. All right, let's go. Hopefully, Brady, hopefully you don't end up in the trash, because that would hurt me to throw you in the trash. And I don't want to throw you in the trash, because it hurts me to have to throw people in the trash. Yeah, absolute. I think they should retro guy. I think they should just call it Absolute Dark, and have it be Absolute Zatanna, have it be Absolute Constantine. Have it be the Justice League Dark characters. Just call it Absolute Dark. Wow. Yep. Make it where he was stolen by the Atlanteans and lived in Atlantis all his life, and his father is Black Manta trying to get him back. Oh, man. That's actually very interesting. That would be very interesting. VSTEC says you can't go wrong with Wolverine. Absolutely. Ray, will you be watching Avengers Doomsday? What am I, a farmer? Of course I'll watch Avengers Doomsday. I mean, how dare you suggest I'm not? Was not feeling the art in the first 2 or 3 issues of Wolverine Goes to Hell, but then it gets a lot better for me after. Yeah. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. And I loved Schism. So Schism being included, that made it one of my favorites. Wolverine and the X-Men. Sorry. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Because Wolverine Goes to Hell starts with Wolverine Spider-Man. Wolverine and Spider-Man, it's where they're going through time. Oh my God. That is a fantastic That starts with a great Wolverine and Spider-Man miniseries. What's up, Slapperpuss? Welcome, buddy. Slapperpuss, congrats on your membership yesterday. Still waiting for Wolverine Volume 1 reprint. I know they need to make one. Ray, my brother's a big Moon Knight and Punisher fan. He's only read Welcome Back, Frank. Do you have any other recommendations? Well, I'll tell you, there's one coming out next year. Punisher by Greg Rucka. Punisher by Greg Rucka, I think, is going to be awesome. I'm so excited about Rucka and Kaketo's Punisher. Oh my God. I've read the paperbacks. And it's so good. I think it's going to be I think the omnibus is going to be fantastic. Mm-hmm. Wolverine Goes to Hell was awesome. After a 12-hour shift, I smell like trash. Sorry, Fresh. You worked a 12-hour shift? That sucks, buddy. Is Siege good? Yes, it's great. I was just saying, Omnibo suggested they make an omnibus, and I was agreeing, but I said they made a deluxe that's almost omnibus size. So that's why I pulled it out, is because this was, all they needed to do was add a few more things to this, and this could have been an omnibus, and Marvel didn't do it. I don't get Marvel, guys. I really don't get them. Shadow Siege is fantastic, but you need to read stuff before to get the impact. Yeah, I think that the initiative stuff would be good. I mean, just so much stuff that can go in here. They can make it thicker and turn it into an omnibus. I haven't seen, you know what I have to do is I got to go to Crushing Crisis' webpage. And I bet Crushing Crisis has mapped out a Siege omnibus. I bet they mapped out a Siege omnibus that is fantastic. So I'll go to crushingcrisis.com. I bet they mapped one out. I would be willing to bet that there's a mapping out of the Siege. In fact, I downloaded. Crushing Crisis did a fantasy draft. That I was part of. I loved it. And it was for Marvel and DC. And all of the books are mapped out. So I got to go back to that Marvel one and see what they mapped out for the Siege. I bet it's cool. Remind me to do that, and I will check so I can bring that up at a future show. Thunderflash says, I need to get a job soon. Can't have my mom supplying my omnibuses forever. But Thunder, are you done with high school yet? Are you done with high school, or are you out of high school? Is college next? What's plans for Thunderflash? You know, I want to see what's next for Thunderflash, because he's at that age where you're at that age where, you know, getting out of high school and then are you going to college? Are you going to a trade school? Are you just going to work? Like, you're right at the very interesting time of life. That for me, that was a very interesting time of life. It's when I determined what I was going to do for the rest of my life, you know? So, yeah. Thunder, you will, this is a very important time for you. South Force has Wolverine Goes to Hell, but he's not ready. Here's my suggestion, South Force. Get Messiah Trilogy. That way, That way you can get down, and then you get Uncanny X-Men by Gillen. You read Messiah Trilogy, Uncanny X-Men by Gillen, and then you read Wolverine Goes to Hell, because Wolverine Goes to Hell has the Schism story in it, and you need to read it to get through that X-Men era, which is so good. So that's just a recommendation. And then you'll end up doing Wolverine and the X-Men, except it's out of print, and you'll end up, and then you'll read Avengers versus X-Men, and then you'll read Uncanny X-Men and All New X-Men by Bendis. You're going to get down a rabbit hole that you won't get. It's going to take a long time to get out of it. Thunder says, I'm not out of school yet, but I have a lot of free time either way because I'm homeschooled, and I have no clue what's next. I think I'm just going to work. Whatever you do, Thunder, this is a good time of your life. So you're being homeschooled. So I'm just saying that it's a good time of your life, brother. You're young. You're young, and you're still determining what it is you want to do. You know what I mean? So this is a exciting time for you. Exciting time, brother. Good for you. Take advantage of this great time of your life. So that's awesome. Let's see. Only a couple more days until Legion of Superheroes and Doom Patrol come out. Oh, can't wait, man. Love it. Ray, what do you think about Birds of Prey? The Gail Simone Birds of Prey omnis are good. I started reading the first one. But I did not finish just because another new omnibus came out, and I started reading that, and then I got caught reading another omnibus and another omnibus and another. So now it's going to take me a while to get back to it, and I haven't read Volume 2 yet. And I'm looking forward to the Kelly Thompson Birds of Prey that's coming out next year. I'm looking forward to it. That would be awesome. DP says he thinks compendiums are going to be his favorite format. That whatever your favorite format is, compendiums are awesome, man. I do like compendiums. By the way, Thunder Galandowski was suggesting that you could get into cybersecurity as a career. He's saying that cybersecurity is because cybersecurity, we're going to need it. You know what I mean? They're always going to need humans to do cybersecurity. It's great pay, and but however, the smartest people get into that. The guys I know that do cybersecurity, they're very intelligent. And they're very good. And when there's a problem, and everything's great until there's a problem. But when there's a problem, your life can become 24 hours of hectic stress. So, but I'm saying, Thunder, figure out what makes you happy. If I was going to give you advice, here's what I would say. When I was in high school, I was doing a radio show in my bedroom. I would pretend I was on the radio when I was a kid. I would pretend I was on the radio, and I just loved doing a pretend radio show. When I got into high school, I started thinking, well, what am I going to do that I'll be able to make some money at? And what's a good career? And I went to college for political science. But my plan was to get a political science degree and then go to law school. Okay, so that's what I was going to do. But then when I got to college, I started doing stand-up comedy. I started doing open mic nights. And I was like, man, I loved when I pretended that I always wanted to do a radio show. And I was just fascinated by really good radio shows. And so I said, screw it. So I transferred. I transferred colleges to another college. I transferred and I joined their radio program. And I decided that I wanted to do something that I loved. Because I realized I had jobs when I was a kid, shoveling blacktop, working for the city, doing a bunch of things I hated. And I realized I cannot do this every day for the rest of my life. I really enjoyed entertaining people. So I got into radio full time, and I did that for 40 years. What I'm suggesting to you is figure out what you like. Figure out what you like and do that for a living. Like right now, I'll tell you what I love right now. Here's what I love right now. I love talking about comic books. That is what I love. That is what I love. Just like I loved radio, I still love radio. Just doesn't exist the way it used to anymore. It just doesn't exist. But I still love talking. I still love entertaining people. But what else do I love? Comic books. So what am I doing, guys? I'm doing Chubbyray Comics Morning Show and Chubbyray Comics Live. I'm doing what I'm good at, and I'm doing what I love. And I do this several hours a day. You can only do something several hours a day, what you love. You could not do a job you hate. You couldn't do something you hate for several hours a day. So what I'm suggesting, Thunder, is figure out what you love. He says, I love computer hardware stuff. When it comes to software, I don't know much about that. Well, if you love computer hardware, find a career where you deal with computer hardware. Find a career to do that. So I'm just saying, get a career based on what you love instead of doing it the other way. I'm just saying you'll be happier. You will be happier. That's my advice. That is my advice. Alex says, that's exactly how I got into radio. Been at it 13 years somehow. Way to go, Alex. You're in radio. Awesome, buddy. Congrats. I do feel bad because I know that radio, by the time I got into radio, I was very fortunate. Radio was paying really well. Now, however, terrestrial radio doesn't pay anything. It's shameful how these people are treated. And let's face it, people are listening more to internet and podcasts and all that stuff. And radio's really, really taking a beating. So find something you love and do that, Thunder. That's my advice. All right? That is my advice. Chip Christopher says, what happened to comics? Well, we're still talking about comics. We're still talking about comics and still talking about Onion Lad. Will you stop talking about Onion Lad, Gary D? I just find what you love. The best parts of life, because I can tell you now as an old guy looking back, the moments of my life, the parts of my life I loved the most were the things that I loved doing. I would not have been happy. I would have gone to law school, and then I would have ended up being a lobbyist. Let's face it. I would have tried to be a lawyer. I would have been offered a bunch of money to lobby people, and I would have ended up being a political lobbyist. That's what I would have been. I would have made a ton of money, but I would be so unhappy. Instead, I entertained people for 40 years. That's a really good living. I made good money. I didn't make a ton of money. I was never a millionaire, but I did all right. So there you go. Crying Demon, we're discussing it now. Did we discuss? Yeah, people. Here's what we got. Here's the suggestions. Absolute Aquaman was big. Absolute Shazam was big. Absolute Dark, which is a combination of Absolute Zatanna, Absolute Constantine, Absolute Chimp Detective, or Detective Chimp. We got some really good suggestions. So feel free. We want your absolute comic suggestions. Let me know. Yes. Love it. And I will stop giving. No such thing as Absolute Farmer. No, I'm just Absolute. I like Absolute Nightwing. I don't know how. I didn't read the Absolute Robins stuff. I know there was several Robins. I don't know if one of them can become a Nightwing. I don't know how that could. I haven't read the story yet, so. My advice is find something you love. Omnibo loves comics. So guess what Omnibo does? He works in a comic shop and he loves it. He talks comics all day to people coming in. He helps them determine what comics they're going to buy. That sounds like a great job. Do you like Punisher comics? Yeah, I like. There is some Punisher I really like. I like Punisher by Rucka is my favorite. I love it. How dare you, Chewy Queso? How dare you? Absolute Red Robin just got the compendium. Love it. The compendium looks sweet, man. I love it. So hyped. Listen, JD Schlegeter says Absolute Robin has been the book he's been hoping for all year. This is his most anticipated book. Yep. It's his most anticipated book. Congratulations, buddy. Omnibo says, bear in mind, for 30 years before that, I hated every job I had. But the best job you've ever had is the one you love. Gary D says, I'm definitely going to get the Red Robin compendium. Love it. Southward says, I had an old Indian tell me one time that age is just a state of mind. Well, there are times, I'm telling you, there are times I feel like I'm in my 20s again. There are times where I will feel 35, and then there are other times I feel like I'm in my 70s. And I'm in my 50s. And I should never feel like I'm in my 70s. But when I was recovering from surgery, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. The problem, age is a state of mind, but bad knees, bad back, bad feet, that's a state of misery. There's the problem with state of mind. A state of physical realities gets in the way of a state of mind. I can tell you that from experience. It gets in the way. X-Men Blue and Gold Blood Ties came out today. Red Robin Compendium came out today. DC KO Flash came out today. There's a bunch of stuff that came out today. Southwest says I have a young personality. Thank you. I hope I got a bunch of years left just so I can read these books. Absolute ventriloquist with the puppet hand. Oh, Queso's picking a lot of villains. Age is your systems slowly breaking, and you have to make the best of it. Yeah, but I love my wife, and I love comic books. So, you know, I've got my comics, and I have a great marriage. You know, that's what you need to be. You know, money would be nice, but you know, money would be nice, but being happy is even more important. This is the biggest week I've had in years. There's a bunch of books coming out this week. Hope everyone's been doing great today. VStack says, I'm 23 and I feel like I'm 50. I'm sorry to hear that, VStack. I've got my comics. Now all I need is tortillas. Oh my God. Hype for the new volume of Green Lantern Corps. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolute. Any of the Green Lantern books, the Jeremy Adams written Green Lantern, or the who's writing Green Lantern Corps is Green Lantern Corps is, I can't remember the name of who's writing it. Hampton, right? Is it Hampton? Is that who's writing it? That's fantastic. My new Green Lantern volume, I think it's volume 5. I'll be getting my new Green Lantern volume 5 very soon. Very soon. Can't wait. I love it. I'm going to definitely get the Red Robin Compendium whenever I get my comp check. Way to go, Patrick. Absolute Amanda Waller could be so dark and covert like Wolverine's kill squads in Messiah Trilogy. I would like to have a really dark. Amanda Waller could be interesting. I'm thinking of getting those Bronze Age Justice League omnis. But I was, listen, S Fresh, I'm telling you, brother. Let me tell you. I have Justice League of America Bronze Age Volume 1 for sale right here. But I think Todd made an offer to buy this, but I have it right here and it's great. It's fantastic. Justice League Volume 1 is Bronze Age. It's just Bronze Age fun, man. It's so fun. I'm such a fan of all the Crisis books where the Justice League would team up with the Justice Society of America. That stuff is so great. It's so good. And Justice League of America Volume 1, 2, 3, and Volume 4. I have them all. And they're fantastic. By the way, Justice League of America Volume 4 is coming out, I think, in November. I think it's coming out in November. I love the Justice League of America books. Justice League of America books are fantastic. The Bronze Age Omnibus is great. I love it. Highly, highly recommend it. Trust me. I highly recommend those books. I have I have the 3 Bronze Age omnibuses, and I'm going to get the 4th. I cannot wait. Are we doing any giveaways tonight? Yes, we are going to do giveaway. Let's see. With that Venditti and Morrison releasing soon, yeah. Venditti's got, we're going to get Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps in 26, Volume 1, and then we'll get Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps Volume 2 in July of 27. So, yeah, the Rebirth, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, and the Green Lantern Corps Rebirth era is coming out on Omnibus. So that'll be awesome. Bronze Age Justice League is great, says Nick. Absolutely. Ray, you missed my question. How about a spin-off question? What Marvel character would you think would make for a good absolute theme comic? Oh, yeah. I think a bunch of Marvel characters would be really cool. I mean, imagine an absolute version of a Captain America or absolute Spider-Man, or you know what I mean? All that would be awesome. By the way, Tom just gifted a comics membership. Who did Tom gift it to? JD Schlageter. Congratulations, JD. That's awesome. Good job, Tom. Let's get JD in the hopper. Let's get JD put in the hopper. Congrats, brother. Thanks to Tom, you are getting put in the hopper. So now you're eligible for giveaways. That's fantastic, brother. I love it. Any word on Superman Triangle Era Volume 4 yet? Nothing. It's got to be coming out next fall, right? It's got to be coming out next fall. JD Schlageter says, my dream come true. Tom is actually the best. Aw, way to go. It makes me happy. JD, I hope you like it, man. There's the new video coming out is unboxing and comic haul. That one will come out to members on Thursday, but you'll get it. Members, it'll come out to the public on Thursday, but our members will get it tonight. All right? Love it. Fresh says, I'm not sold on the Midnight Universe. Maybe Fantastic Four, but still meh. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm thinking because Benjamin Percy is one of my favorite writers. I love Benjamin Percy. And I love the Fantastic Four, so I'm interested in that. However, I want to give all of them a shot. I hope I'm wrong. About Midnight X-Men and Midnight Spider-Man because they're not exciting me. But who knows? I could be 100% incorrect about the mood I'm getting from those books. I hope they're all great, and I hope it's an awesome thing for Marvel. I really do. But, you know. Yep. Is House of X better than X-Men Messiah Trilogy? I'll be honest. I loved the Messiah Trilogy. I loved it better. I think it's great. I think Messiah Trilogy is a fantastic omnibus. Love it. Southmore says he's halfway through the Triangle Era Volume 1. He can't put it down. Yeah, it's the Triangle Era stuff is so good. Same with Brainiac Reborn. Because every story goes into the next story. And I just love it. Ray, which cover did you like the best? Oh, I like the standard cover the best. Because it's Mark Silvestri from Messiah Complex. I just loved it. Yeah. Nick says he's excited for the Midnight Universe. I hope so. Oh, let's hope so. Chewy Queso, hello, says, I'm liking the creator lineup. I'm just not excited for another universe. Yeah, it seems Marvel's constantly doing new universes, though. But none of them seem to stick. However, as long as they're not effing with the mainline universe, they've got me. They got me. Nick says, I'm reading Sinestro War Compendium now. It's so great. Non-stop action. Yes. All of those Green Lantern compendiums have been perfect, man. DC Comics is doing a great job. They really are. Really doing a fantastic job. Very, very happy. Ray, do you think they will ever put out a Ghost Rider Bronze Age? Yeah, I think so. I think a Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider has got to be coming, right? I think I would be shocked. I know they put out the Danny Ketch Ghost Riders, but they put out Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze was put out by Jason Aaron, and the Benjamin Percy one that's coming out. The Benjamin Percy one that's coming out is Johnny Blaze. So if those sell really good, I could see Marvel doing the Bronze Age Johnny Blaze. I could see it. I would get it instant. I love Johnny Blaze. You know, with a movie, Ryan Gosling's going to be playing Johnny Blaze. He's not playing Danny Ketch. He's playing Johnny Blaze. So I would love it if they put out more omnibuses. Put out Johnny Blaze omnibuses. Come on. Chewy Queso says, Ray, it may have been you to influence me on getting the Jeff Johns Green Lantern run. It's a top 3 run all time for me. That's stuff that makes me happy. That's the stuff that makes me happy. Right there. 100%. That is what makes me happy. Making a recommendation that you guys love. That feels amazing. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I love doing. That is what I love doing, man. I love. I just love that. Love it. Jeff Johns is on Rob Liefeld's podcast last week talking about Ghost Machine and his 10-year run on Green Lantern. Got me thinking, how amazing could a Johns Spider-Man run be? Yeah, one could dream. The Red Lanterns omnibus is Charles Soule. Charles Soule wrote Red Lanterns. So it's pretty good. Nick, how dare you? How dare you? I loved Jeff Johns' Avengers run. I loved it. I think it's great. But it's like I said, it's subjective, you know. I'm shocked you didn't like it. But I loved it. Which Ghost Rider is more powerful, Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch? I don't know. I like Blaze better. Been reading the Ghost Machine stuff since the start. Nearly every comic is good. I love Rook, Exodus, and Redcoat. Oh my God. Love it. Ghost Machine stuff is fantastic. I get Geiger. Tubi, you gotta get Geiger. By the way, Jay Coopsey, thanks, brother. Jay Coopsey gifting a Chubbyray Comics membership. Thanks, pal. Let's see who he gave it to. 5 biggest comic collecting mistakes you made early on. Go ahead, guys. Answer that question. Have you made any mistakes in collecting comics? Are there any mistakes? My advice would be not from a mistake, but the first comics you buy, you have limited money. My advice would be you make the most of your money. I'll tell you what, Chewy Queso's, hello, he's got a good one. Yeah, don't buy Amazons through Omnibus, or don't buy omnibuses through Amazon when you can get them cheaper somewhere else. Now, I'm someone, when a book gets announced, I want it in my hands. I have to fight that urge. I have learned to fight that urge, and I can sit through shipping. I will sit through shipping now in order to get my books because it's cheaper. When I go to Crooks Bandits, it's cheaper to get, you get a $125 omnibus for $80, or you get $175 omnibus for 90 some odd. It's cheaper to go through a crooksbanditscomics.com or Cheap Graphic Novels or In Stock Trades than it is to go through Amazon. All you have to do is wait for shipping. All you got to do is wait for shipping. And I love the fact that my shipping comes quickest from Crooks and Bandits. So that's why I stick with them. Now, however, Adam is on vacation this week, so I just want to warn you guys, if you buy a book now, it's not going to ship till he gets back. But yeah, Amazon cost a lot of money for immediate shipping. And here was my mistake. I got stuff from Amazon early on where I paid a shitload of money for it. And then I didn't read it. If you're going to get something and it's going to sit on a shelf till you read it, you're better off getting it cheaper from one of the online retailers than doing Amazon. It's better to get it. That's a mistake that I could give. Pay less money for omnibuses than paying cover price, and Amazon always does cover price. Big Kiddo says, speaking of Green Lantern, have you had a chance to read the Morrison stuff? Yeah, I've got I have Intergalactic Lawman, the first part of the Morrison run. I've got Intergalactic Lawman right here. Yeah, so I've read it. And, Morrison's a great writer, so of course, it's a good run. I don't think it was up to John's level. I don't even think it's up to Jeremy Adams' level. I think what Adams is doing now is great, but it's good. It's really good. I think his portrayal of Hal Jordan is very good. So yeah, I liked Morrison's run, and it's going to make a great omnibus. The art, by the way, in it is fantastic. It's Liam Sharp art, and it's amazing. It really is something. So, yeah, the Morrison run's good. The Morrison run is very good. Roadkill says buying too much. Don't buy too much. My biggest mistake was gotta catch them all mentality. Pick your favorites and stick to that. Mistake number 1, buying beyond my budget. I'm still guilty of this. Has anyone ever re-glued the spine of an omnibus? I've never done that. In Australia, omnibuses are much cheaper on Amazon. Awesome. Thank you, Jay Coopsey. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that Amazon omnibuses are cheaper. They don't, they're still expensive, but they cost less than cover price. And if you look for omnibuses that have been released for a while, like if you get omnibuses that are that have been out for a while, you can find some deals on Amazon. Like I'll occasionally open my app on Amazon and I will just search omnibus hardcover and I'll check prices to see what books they have. They'll have books on sale. For example, Red Lanterns. Red Lanterns is on Amazon right now for $67. That's a good deal. Titans by Tom Taylor is on sale right now for $56 on Amazon. Dark Crisis Omnibus is on sale for $60. Oh my God, that's a great book that's a great price. Oh my God. So you can find you've got Batman by Morrison books are on sale for $40. So you can go on Amazon and you can find some deals. You can find deals if you look. But you just have to, you just got to search. You've got to search for deals. Usually the best deals you get come from online retailers. And sometimes you go into a local comic shop. Sometimes you go to a local comic shop and you say, hey, well, you take this much money for that book. And they say yes. If you can go in, it doesn't hurt to ask. If you go in and say, hey, I noticed you guys bought 3 X-Men Blood Ties. I'll give you $80. They might say, no, get the hell out of here. And they're not going to say, get the hell out of here. They might say, no. But still, at least ask. At least ask. If you're just paying if you're going to a local comic shop and you're just paying cover price, you're crazy. You are crazy for just paying cover price. Ask for the deal. Ask for a deal. That's what I suggest. So yeah, just always, every once in a while, check Amazon every once in a while, see what you get, see what the deals are, and how much money you could save. Sometimes you find a great deal. However, you get deals on brand new comics from online retailers like Crooks and Bandits, crooksbanditscomics.com, cheapgraphicnovels.com, instocktrades.com. You will get better deals for new books from them than you will ever get from Amazon. Amazon, brand new omnibuses on Amazon are usually right around 100, 125, 150. It's closer to cover price, So that's, that's, just check. It doesn't hurt to look. Does not hurt to look. And even eBay, sometimes you'll see, even eBay, you will find some great deals sometimes. You know what I mean? You can find great deals. You got to look for them, The big advantage that Amazon has is they have an infrastructure set up They have an infrastructure set up that makes them have the best shipping. Amazon's infrastructure is set up to where you can get the quickest. If you have an Amazon warehouse in your town, we have an Amazon warehouse in the town I live in. So I could go today to Amazon. I could order Amazon blood ties, X-Men Blue Gold blood ties, and I would get it tonight or tomorrow. If I ordered it right now, it would be here tonight or tomorrow. That's the only benefit Amazon has, but it's going to cost me $150. Or I could pay $70, 70 some odd bucks if I buy it from one of the online places, and it would be here. It won't be here for a week. But why not? Ray, are you still liking the Legends Omnibus? Oh, South Force, I'm reading DC Legends, which came out in 1986, guys. 1986 is when Legends came out. It's John Ostrander and Len Wein, and John Byrne does the art. I love it. It is, you guys, it's fantastic. It is truly, truly fantastic. I'm just having so much fun reading it. It's got the Cosmic Boy. It's got the Cosmic Boy miniseries as part of it, and I love Cosmic Boy. I love the Legion. It's one of my favorite heroes of all time. It's got the Legend story. It's got the Suicide Squad stuff, which does double dip with the Suicide Squad first omnibus, but oh well. It's got the Batman stuff. It's got Firestar. It's got Firestar, Blue Beetle. It's got so many. There are so many fun. The only thing is the Phantom Stranger stuff's kind of weird. I didn't like the Phantom Stranger stuff, but I've liked everything else. Everything else has just been fun. I'm really enjoying the Legends Omnibus. Enjoying it a lot. Do you remember what was your first? Yes, my first ever comic was Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, or Superboy featuring the Legion of Superheroes, number 203. That was my first ever. Comic book, and that's what made me love the Legion. And I have been a gigantic Legion of Superheroes fan since I got that book. I love that book. I love it. Is this the point? Is this the point? Ray's just shopping. No, I stopped. I know sometimes I get caught up with my phone, but I stopped. By the way, Kelvin says, I don't know about the rest of Europe, but where I'm from in Scotland, it's pretty limited in terms of comic book shops. I'm sorry, Kelvin. That sucks, brother. That sucks. Let's see. I got a question. Maybe you can help me understand why DC made a Red Robin Tim Drake compendium and not just do it in omnibus form. Please educate me. I don't know. I don't know, but that's how they've done their Tim Drake releases. They did Robin Compendium Volume 1 first, and Robin Compendium Volume 2 is coming out in December. They did Red Robin Compendium now. You think they would do Tim Drake Robin Compendium Volume 2 first, but no. Yeah. I don't understand, but they've never done an omnibus. I think, I gotta be honest, Tuesday, look, they just announced they're doing a Cassandra Cain omnibus. So I think they're definitely willing to do an omnibus of Bat family members. You know, I think the Tim Drake Robin omnibus and Tim Drake Red Robin, I think they're coming. I think we will get those. I really do. I really, really do. 40 watching, only 28 likes. Hit that like button. Thanks, Freddie. Appreciate it, Federico. You're the man. Patrick says, I pay a few extra dollars to support. Me too. I love Adam. I love what Crooks Bandits comics are doing. However, I don't have to pay a few. Adam's prices are great, man. His prices are great. I'm willing to forgive this week because of his vacation. God knows he needed a vacation. So I'm willing to know that my books that are coming out this week or next week might be a little bit late. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Thank you for the gifted. Did Roadkill get the membership? Awesome. Let me know. Did Roadkill get the membership, guys? Xbox says, I don't know if anyone mentioned it. Omar has an Omni repair video. Way to go. Chance says, I have an Amazon warehouse 20 minutes from me. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, I shouldn't say this, but, you know, I told you Adam's on vacation. And I have my X-Men blue and gold blood ties. I've got that coming from Adam when he gets back from vacation. But if I felt like reading it now, I could buy it from Amazon. And this is terrible to say this. I would buy it, start reading it, and then when I get the book delivered from Adam, I send it back to Amazon. I've done that before. I know it's horrible. But I have done that before. I can't promise I'm not going to do it this time. I can't promise. I'm a terrible person. I know. Terrible person. Patrick says, I think they might make a compendium because apparently they sell better. I don't know. Well, they're cheaper. So DC's marketing department said, they know who's buying omnibuses. And they know who's buying compendiums. Compendiums are cheaper. So it costs less money for them to put out a compendium than it does to put out an omnibus. It must cost a lot to print omnibuses, and they make more money from omnibuses because they could sell omnibuses for $175. But maybe the concern is with the audience. Like, who is the audience that's purchasing them? That's way above our pay grade. You know what I mean? They have that stuff. They have whole departments. They have departments that work that stuff out, you know? They figure that stuff out. They are smarter than me. Diet says, Kelvin, that's the same for me in Ireland. The only close local comic shop is 20 minutes away, and that's only because they opened in February before. Before that, no hope. Dude, that's awesome. By the way, next Tuesday said there's plenty of Nightwing omnibuses. They're not afraid to make Batman family content. They're not afraid of it. I just don't understand why they haven't made the Tim Drake stuff. Dick Grayson doesn't scare them. DC, not afraid of Dick. But for whatever reason, they're afraid of Tim. They have not made a Tim Drake omnibus. And I think a Tim Drake omnibus would sell. I think a Tim Drake omnibus would sell very well. I think it would do very well. You know what I mean? So I think they're crazy for not doing a Tim Drake or the original Robin, stuff written by Chuck Dixon, I think they're crazy for not putting that out in omnibus. I bet it would sell great. So, we'll see what they're going to do. I got to put JD in the Rice Krispies cup. There you go, JD. You're in, brother. The theory I've heard is that it's a lot of money to restore the files from that era into an oversized format. That might be it. Maybe that's it. And Xbox says they might be gauging Red Robin interest. DC Crane says Ray approved Adam's vacation. I did? Yes, I approved Adam's vacation. Well, I had my conversation. Here was my conversation. Because you guys, I'll let you know, Adam was very concerned. He was very concerned about going on vacation because, he's growing Crooks and Bandits comics. That's his business, and he's growing it. And he's like, oh, I don't know if I do vacation, there'll be shipping delays. And Adam is known for quick shipping. And my advice to Adam was, this is my advice. I mean, I'm sure he won't mind if I told him, I said, dude, you had heart surgery. You had life-saving heart surgery a couple years ago. Then you opened up a comic book, online comic book retailer. And you still work a full-time job. I said, you are crazy if you don't take a vacation. You're begging for more heart troubles. You need a vacation. Take your vacation. You've got to get I told him, take it. And I said, and your family deserves a vacation. His wife and his kid, they deserve to go. They deserve to go on vacation. So I said, I insist you go vacation, buddy. I said, nobody, he goes, there's a lot of people in your channel who buy books from me. I said, trust me, guys like me and Xbox and Carl and Patrick, you need a vacation. We'll be fine waiting a few extra days to get our books. We'll be fine. So, so I told him he needed a vacation. Tubi says, having purchased Tim Drake Robin Volume 1 and all 4 Nightwing compendiums, I'm not buying them in omnibus form. Compendiums are a cheap way to get the comics I want to read ultimately. Yeah, are you going to get, Tubi, are you getting Robin Volume 2? Are you getting Volume 2? Because I can't wait for I can't wait for Robin. And I'm getting the Red Robin compendium too, but do you ever read digitally? I'm thinking I might read digitally. I have Avengers Armageddon issue 1. And my wife bought Avengers Armageddon issue 3 for me today. But I don't need to buy issue 2. I can get a 7-day trial of Marvel, what's it called? Marvel Unlimited or whatever. So I can get that and I could read number 2 on that, right? So I might try it out. I might actually try to get, I might read some digital books. Did you ever give away that Secret Warriors omnibus? No, I will. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to do the Avengers, and then I'm doing Secret Warriors next week. I gave away 3 omnibuses for the 6,000 on Saturday, but I saved the Secret Warriors. Secret Warriors is coming up next weekend. Is there a way to know which omnibuses are closer to being out of print to scoop those up first on our buy list? I'll tell you a good. I will tell you a good way to find out is once again Amazon. If a book came out for $150 for Amazon and they're not lowering the price, if it's still like 137 books and the book's been out for like 2 or 3 months, that means they're almost out of print. And because Amazon will lower the prices depending on how many they have left. So, you know, that's one way to gauge. Another way is people in Discord talk about it. And then the other thing is guys like Adam, online retailers know, because all they do is they call the distributors, and the distributors will come clean and say, man, it's almost out of print. I recently heard, it was a Spider-Man book. Was it Brand New Day? I heard the Brand New Day Volume 3 direct market covers gone. I've heard that's gone already. And I think it was Brand New Day. I think I heard that it's getting close to out of print already. And that came out, when did that come out? January, February? And I've heard that it's almost out of print. So, usually Spider-Man and X-Men books go out of print pretty quick. I would be shocked if Messiah Trilogy just doesn't end up out of print. That would be shocking to me. Unfortunately, the fear is that those will go out of print. Mr. Negative says, I need to get the Robin compendiums. I read some of it years ago and would love to just read it physically, especially since it covers more than just the main title. Yeah, I really enjoy the Robin compendium. I read Volume 1. I can't wait for Volume 2. South Force goes, man, we're really talking some comics tonight. It's been a great show. Thanks, buddy. Who won the 6,000 giveaways? Well, Laid Back Gamer won Batman Brave and the Bold Volume 1, and Gary D won Nightwing Volume 2. So congratulations to those guys. They won books Saturday night. Raul says Marvel Unlimited comic releases are only available 3 months after they release. Oh, well, I'm looking for a book from last month, so it wouldn't even be on their Marvel Unlimited. Oh, crap. Well, then I'm not going to get that. Laidback Gamer says, I can't find Brand New Day Volume 2. Yeah, Brand New Day Volume 2 and Volume 1 are sold out. They are sold out. So Brand New Day Volume 3 will be the next one. Volume 2 is sold out. That's the one from January or February. So but X-Men and Spider-Man seem to sell out quickly, the quickest, which I know is crazy, but they do. All right, hold on, guys. Let me get some Patreon. Let me get some Patreon people, some randos from Patreon. I want to get them in the Rice Krispies cup, all right? Let me get some randos. Let me get some randos from Patreon. All right? Let me get some Patreon folks in. All right, first one is Ano Honorayan. You are the first. Honorayan. You are the first Patreon person put in. All right. Let's get in Brady. Brady, congratulations. You are going in as a Patreon rando. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yokai. Yokai. You are going in. And last, Fernando Martinez. You are going in, buddy. All right. Let me change. I'm going to go to page 3, Rando. Page 3 gives us 2, 3. Lou Descalzo, you're getting in, buddy. Lou Descalzo, you're in. Let's do page 4. Let's get to page 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's congratulate History 1212. History 1212. You're going in. All right, History. All right, so all these guys got in Patreon. History, Ace, Lou, Fernando, Yokai, Brady, and Amaro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You guys are all in. All right. Total randos, you're going in. We're not going to have time for a Thunderdome today, but I promise, hey, Thunder, we will do tomorrow, we're going to do the Batman. Remember the All-Star Batman? We're going to do All-Star Batman. We'll do All-Star Batman hardcovers for tomorrow. All right? I will put a new Patreon posting up. And everyone comment, and that will be the Thunderdome for tomorrow, because we don't have any super chats and it's getting late, so I'm gonna wrap her up. Tom, let's do a random scroll. I'm gonna scroll the chat room. I'm going to scroll the chat room. I'll scroll the chat room and until Tom calls me. I'll scroll until Tom calls, and then I'll get those people in the Rice Krispies Cup. Because this is to win Avengers Jeff Johns Omnibus. I love this omnibus. I want to have plenty of people in. Thank you, Sleep. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Patrick says he's got to finish Civil War. I'm reading Civil War as soon as I finish Legends. I'm starting Civil War. I'm starting it. I'm going to get that read, and then I'm determining whether I'm going to do Hidden Empire, Star Wars Hidden Empire, or Fantastic Four by Dan Slott. Laid Back Gamer says, what's tonight's video after the show? The members are going to get an unboxing and haul video. That'll be going out to members tonight. It won't go public until Thursday. Because I have a, my Batman video. I did a short today. I did a Chubbyray short of Trade Paperback Tuesday. I did a Chubbyray short. So I've got the Batman still up as the main video, I've got the, Batman up, but the one tomorrow will be an unboxing and haul video. It'll be an unboxing and haul video. That's going up tomorrow. And then you're getting a short of reviews of Captain America by Nick Spencer, volume 1 and 2. Those will be going up for Friday. And then I have another cool omnibus video. That'll be going up on the weekend. But I'll let you know about that as we get closer. I'll let you know what that's going to be as we get closer. But my videos have really, the long form videos have really been taking off lately, and I certainly don't want to slow it down. You know what I mean? I don't want to slow down growth because I took you guys' advice. I took your advice and I was going to put up a new video. But you guys told me, don't put up a new video. Let that one ride. And I took your advice. I let it ride. And holy crap, I think it's sitting at like 12 or 13,000 right now. So that's by taking your advice. So I love to take advice from my audience. And the books are growing. All right, Tommy, you ready? I'm going to start scrolling. Until Tom calls. And then I will stop scrolling. And whoever I land on, you and the people above and below you will all get put into the cup. So I want to wish everybody luck. All right? By the way, Thunder says, I'm at 6.25 subs. I'm a quarter of the way to 7. Oh my God. That's crazy. Wow. All right, Tom. Let's count over 25, under 100, and you call as soon as you get to whatever number you've chosen. I'm going to scroll wherever I land when you call. That's who's going to get put into the cup. All right? 3, 2, 1, start, Tom. I'm scrolling up, everybody. I'm going to scroll all the way to the beginning. I will scroll all the way to the top, and then I will start scrolling down. I will start scrolling down when I get to the top. All right? By the way, Chubbyray Comic Morning Show will be tomorrow. And Chubbyray Comics Live will be tomorrow night. 2 shows tomorrow. I'm excited. I love when we do 2 shows a day. Thursday, we've got Morning Show and Book Club. Friday, we got Morning Show and Chubbyray Comics Live. So it's a busy week, but I'm loving it. I'm loving doing these 2 shows. Having a blast. And I hope you guys are having a blast watching the shows. I really have fun. I have fun talking comics, man. It's the greatest thing in the world to do. I love it. I'm still scrolling up. Until Tom calls, I'm still scrolling up, and then I will start scrolling down. All right? Let's see. Still scrolling, still scrolling. Now I got to scroll down. Now we're scrolling down. All right. We started scrolling down, everybody. We have started scrolling down. I'm doing it until Tom calls me. When Tom calls, I will stop scrolling. And whoever's in the middle of the screen, that's the winner. And the one above them and beneath them, that's who's going to get in. That's who will get in. I'm waiting for Tom to call. Waiting for Tom to call. Whenever he's going to do it. And it should, when Tom calls, it should vibrate and take over the screen. That's how I'm supposed to know. Same thing with texting. It should, you'll see my phone. If you could see my phone, it'll light up. So I'm just waiting. I'm still scrolling down. Still scrolling down. I'm not seeing anything from Tom. Haven't seen anything. Haven't seen. Oh, let me double check some. Now I'm worried. Nope, still nothing. Okay, good. Still nothing. Okay, good. Whew. I sometimes get worried. Just got a text message. It says, stop scrolling, pick your random. Okay. Here we go. Who is the random? Chance Costigan. Chance Costigan, you have been chosen. Way to go, Chance. All right. All right, Chance. You are chosen. Congratulations. Above you, Chance, is Cesar. Cesar, you're in. Xbox by Degrees in. Sleepy is in, and Russell is in. You 5 guys are all going in the cup. Congratulations. All of you guys are going in. Not bad, buddy. Not bad. Thanks, Tom. Let's see. Let me get all you guys in. Chance. Sleepy. Russell. Xbox and Cesar. All you guys are getting in. Now Friday I will read every name. This might be the most fooled bowl we've ever had. This might be the biggest entry of all time. I'll read all the names on Friday. You guys tune in Friday and keep track of how many entries you have. And then if you have 3 entries, that way when you hear your name twice, you know you still have an entry in. You'll know you'll still have an entry in on the giveaway. All right? So there we go. Congrats to you 5 guys for getting in. Cesar says it's my first Rice Krispie entry. Awesome. Tom says, you have to be specific, Ray. Next time, if you want me to text, say text. I was trying to call. I'm sorry, Tom. I should have just said text. Laidback Gamer says, I only have 1 entry. No, Laidback Gamer, you're in as Lloyd. One of the entries you're in is Lloyd, and another entry you're in is Laidback Gamer, I think. I know you've got more than 1. I know you got more than 1, buddy. Russell says he has 3. That's awesome. Scrolling. Keep them piggies scrolling. Scrolling. Rawhide. Jason says, any other giveaways? I have a ton. Of books to give away. I have Justice League Vengeance is Thine. I have All New X-Men by Brian Michael Bendis, hardcover number 1. All New X-Men Brian Michael Bendis hardcover volume 3. All New X-Men by Brian Michael Bendis hardcover volume 4. Batman Eternal. Nightwing Raptor's Revenge. Scott Snyder's American Vampire. I have a ton of giveaways, and I will make a point. I have Batgirl by Gail Simone. I have Superman, Man of Tomorrow, all to give away, and Thunder, I'm going to repost. I'm reposting for the Thunderdome All-Star Batman Volume 1, 2, and 3. I'm reposting this. I will be reposting this. Comment on the Patreon, and you'll be eligible for the Thunderdome, which will be on tomorrow night's show. All right? This giveaway will happen on tomorrow night's show. I promise. But I have a ton. I have a ton of giveaways. It's just I've been talking so much lately, I run out of time. It's my bad. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry for talking so much. I said shut the hell up and do some giveaways. All right? Thunderdome is tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I had a blast. 2 shows. For those of you who watched both shows, thank you very much. I know a lot of you listen to the show when you're at work. That means the world to me. And you guys also showed up and watched tonight. I love it. 2 comic shows tomorrow. Come back and join me tomorrow morning for another episode of Chubbyray Comics Morning Show. Chubbyray Comics Live will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning and 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Plus, tomorrow you get an unboxing and haul video on YouTube. And then you'll get Captain America Omnibus Shorts. And we'll get a Star Wars. We'll have a Star Wars short. And then there's another really good omnibus video coming by Saturday. All right, you guys, have a great rest of the night. You guys are great. Love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Take care.